Think dinosaur cookies have to be complicated? Think again. Hi, I'm Leslie with Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and if you love decorating sugar cookies or you want to learn how, you're in the right place. Let's decorate together. Decorating sugar cookies does not have to be difficult. Following step-by-step instructions, you can decorate too, so grab your dinosaur cookies and decorate along with me. All of the supplies are listed in the description, and this cookie cutter is available for 3D printers in my shop. I've named my dinosaur Stacy, and she's actually a design by Cuddly Cute Designs, which is a paper piecing platform for scrapbookers. And if you buy her pattern, you can cut it out on the Cricut and then lay all the pieces down on your cookie and trace them with an edible marker, which is what I've done here. And then my royal icing is about a 15-second consistency, and I started by piping in the back legs because they're going to be in the back. We are going to start with them. Then I'll let them dry while we move on up to the eyes. And I've outlined and filled those in, and I'm going to use my scribe to settle that icing down and pop any air bubbles. And then we're going to do a wet on wet effect and put our white icing right inside our black icing and make little dots. And then we'll grab our scribe and we're just going to drag that dot over to the side into a little teardrop shape. And then we'll grab our white icing again and do the part on the outside of the eye. So wet on wet decorating is when you're adding icing details while the icing is still wet and allows the colors to blend together smoothly. So carefully use your scribe to shape and settle down that white icing, but do not swirl it into the black icing. And then we'll let that dry for a while we move on down to the spikes. I want some separation between the spikes, so I'm just going to do every other one. So I'll outline it and flood it in with my orange icing. My orange icing is a little bit thicker than a 15-second consistency, but a 15-second consistency is what I like to work with and will do just fine right here. So use your scribe to shape that and then set this cookie aside to dry for about 15 to 20 minutes until those spikes and the eyes and everything has crusted over. And then you can come back in and add in the rest of the spikes. And once again, use your scribe to shape them and pop any air bubbles in that icing. And if your shapes look kind of wonky and they're not quite triangular anymore, just take a damp and paintbrush, wipe all of the water off on a paper towel, and carefully wipe away any icing where you didn't want it to go. Be gentle so you don't dent the icing that you've already piped that's still drying. And then move on down to his toes and do the toe for the back foot. On my cookie, that's tiny. My cookie is about 3 inches, and so I'm just basically going to put a blob of icing there and then use my scribe to shape it. And because we're still trying to create separation between areas, we'll let that dry while we move on up to the face. The eyes should have crusted over by now. So just outline the face by touching down your icing, lifting up your piping bag slightly, and following along where the icing is falling rather than watching the tip of your piping bag, and lay that line down. And then I'm using the exact same icing to flood this in. I'm being very careful not to go too close to the eyes because I don't want to pipe too much around the eyes and have the yellow icing go over the top of these gorgeous eyes. So instead I'll use my scribe to gently push the icing up against those eyes and get it out to the edge of the cookie as well. And I'll also pop any air bubbles and get the icing nice and smooth. If the icing starts to stick to your scribe, just wipe it off and then tap up and down on those peaks and it'll settle right down. And then I wanted to add some orange spots, so I'm just going to put my orange icing right inside this yellow icing and make some dots. And then I'll use my scribe in that up and down motion to settle down any peaks. And once I have it looking the way I want it to, I'm going to set this cookie aside to dry again until everything crusts over, so about 15-20 minutes. And then I'll grab my white icing and make the other toenail or front of his foot, and then I'll use my scribe to shape that icing and settle it down once again. And once again, I got icing where I didn't want it to go, so I'm going to take my dampened paintbrush and just gently wipe a line in between the toes here to make that separation perfect. And we'll let that dry for a little while so we can keep some separation, and we'll move on up to the bow loops. You can outline these bow loops if you want to, or just pipe a big ball and shape it with your scribe. And make sure you settle that icing down and pop any air bubbles. As tedious as it might be, I use my scribe for everything because that's what's going to give me a professional looking smooth finish. And we'll let that dry while we come down here and overpipe the snout. Now you could wait to do this until after the body is piped, which might be the better way to go, but I was impatient and didn't want to wait for things to dry. So I went ahead and piped a big oval now, being careful not to go over the top of those eyes. And I'll use my scribe to smooth it out and shape it a little bit more. I set my cookie aside to dry again for another 20 minutes, and now I'm coming in to pipe the body. So just go around the outside edge with your yellow icing and then flood that in, being careful not to go over the top of the details we've already piped. So fill it in, use your scribe to shape the icing and get it out to any edges or into any points or corners. And once it's smooth, we'll grab our orange icing again and continue with our wet on wet design and add more spots on Stacy's back. And now you can see that when we piped those feet at the beginning, the ones that are in the back, now they look like they're kind of behind that body that we just piped. And there's definite areas of separation, which is why we let the icing crest over. But for these spots, we're doing a wet on wet effect, so pipe spots of different sizes. And then if you have any that aren't settling down, once again, you can use your scribe and an up and down motion just to jiggle the icing just slightly so that it all settles down and blends together. But again, be careful not to swirl it because you're not looking for a tie-dye effect. And then the last thing we need to do with our royal icing is add the middle of the bow. So just put a big dot of icing there and use your scribe to get that icing all the way down to the cookie and to shape it, and then set your cookie aside to dry completely. For me, that took about 24 hours. And I'm coming back in now with an edible marker, and I'm just going to color in 2 little nostrils, draw in a mouth, and add some eyelashes. And then Stacy here will be done and ready to join the party. And as you can see, decorating sugar cookies does not need to be difficult. It just means you need to follow a step-by-step process and let the cookie dry a little bit before continuing on. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single cookie decorating tutorial. Bye!